Hello and welcome to another speed build. It's me. Uh, I guess my name's Pasta Kitty. I don't. Okay, I know I've literally just started this, but I don't like doing the whole sharing my name thing. That's it. That's all I had to say. Welcome to the build. How you doing? I'm doing great. How about you? You may be noticing this is in Copperdale. That's because I recently got high school years, and by recently I mean like a month ago, as a gift to myself for, drum roll please. That's right, graduating college. I graduated. Yes, I graduated college. Very exciting, very scary thing to say, but it's true. It happened. It's done. I'm currently back at my parents' house. Fun times. Uh, so I'm here until I move. And by move, I mean like move because I've accepted a job. I'm going to be moving to a new city. And I don't even think it technically is called a city. It's a very small place, but I'm going to be moving for a job that I've accepted at a different school actually. So not the school where I did my undergrad, and maybe I'll do a master's there. I don't know. Anyway, um, yes, Copperdale. That's where we're building today. I got the pack about a month ago. I've been playing around with it, kind of exploring the items. I've done a bit of gameplay in the world, not with teenagers, but it's, I like the stuff there. I like, kind of like how the thrift shop system is working. Um, I'll admit, I've never been into bubble tea, so I don't really care about the like bubble tea stuff. And by not into bubble tea, I mean I just don't drink it. I don't get the fuss around it, but I'm also like the pickiest eater, so I don't get the fuss around most things, but whatever. But yeah, I really like the items. I think the world looks nice. Yeah, I don't have any like super strong opinions on it though, but whatever. What else is there? Yeah. So, that's really what I have to say about that. The house itself, I've called it Boardwalk Plaza because I like to give my houses fun names, and it is on a boardwalk. And plaza was the first word that came to mind. But no, so this is the house. It's on a 20 by 15 lot, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, comes to around 40K. I wanted to keep it like not super expensive because I have this habit of building really expensive houses. As in, so my friend asked if I could build her a house, and I was like, okay, I'll build you a house. And and she was like, thanks for the house, by the way. It's like way too expensive for my Sims to afford. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about money. I'm sorry. But no. So I tried to keep this a bit more affordable. So like you could move into this, not like immediately out of cast, but if you had some Sims who've been saving up some money, they have 2 teenagers. But yeah, so I think it's, the reasonable, you know. I'm sorry. I got interrupted for a second, so I'm completely off track. But whatever. Anyway, exciting Sims news. There was a pack that was maybe leaked a little bit with some horses or something. Uh, it looks exciting. I'm excited. I've never been like one of the people who's been like super vocal about I want horses right now, but I do think it's cool, and I don't know, it's exciting. Um, I've never been like I don't know. I feel like the past few packs haven't like gripped me. Like I'm trying to think the last time that a pack made me like absolutely lose my mind with like the theming and content of it. Um, I don't know what that. It might have been University, which was many years ago. Uh, so yeah, it's been a while. But no, I'm excited to see new content. It looks good. It looks enjoyable. Horses look horses look good, honestly. Um, and I think the horses it's just a nice thing to have. Anyway, back to the build because I have barely anything to talk about the horses. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to all the horse girls in my life. You're feeling neglected right now. Uh, anyway, so back to this build. You saw me fiddling with the roof. That is me, the fiddler on the roof. But no, because I use this clapboard siding, which, by the way, is one of my favorites. If you create CC, please do it in this style and not like skinny little vinyl siding, because this one is so much better and just looks. Anyway, I'll rant about siding some other time. I have many rants to have about siding, actually, and not even bad rants. I'm gonna do it now. Okay, so I was trying to get the little corner boards, like the little white corner boards on the edges, to show up, but because I was having, I think it's the presence of that roof piece on that side. You can see right there. I think just the presence of that roof piece in any way, shape, or form was making the game upset, and it wouldn't show up. And I was like, okay, cool, this is life now. We're just gonna move on. And like I was thinking, do I put a call? I just ignored it. I didn't want to worry about it. It doesn't matter. It's a game. It's a game. None of this has any bearing on my real life. I don't even make money off of this, so I don't need to care. So basically, I just wish that like I had the wherewithal to look into the game and see exactly what is determining how these carnivores and how stuff like this is getting placed. Because I, my theory is that this is some sort of holdover from like the really janky way that they had to make the base game originally when this game came out. They know that like it didn't have the happiest development. There was a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot going on under the hood, so to speak. And I also know that the last time there was any sort of siding texture that was made in this kind of way, I think was cats and dogs. So it has been a while since they've attempted to do something like this. So again, my theory is that there is just something internally that is such an issue that cannot be solved just because I feel like I'm assuming it's one of the things where like if you start pulling at certain strings, the whole thing unravels and you basically have to recode the entire game, which you can't do this late into a game's life. Otherwise, at that point, why aren't you just working on Sims 5 kind of thing? So like I totally get it. Like I totally get that sometimes some things are so broken, you have to let them stay broken, which is unfortunate, but again, it's a reality of life sometimes. But no, I just I kind of wish that like so I make CC occasionally. I'm not very good at it, but I make it occasionally. But I really don't know how to make like CC like stuff from the ground up. And I kind of wish I could again, so I could just go in and kind of tweak stuff and look at stuff and be able to say, oh, this is why this works in this way or this doesn't work in this way, kind of thing. And it's just I think it would be enjoyable, and it kind of like gets at the scientist part of me that is like the whole thing I'm doing career wise is literally just kind of like digging into things and being like, why do you work or why don't you work? It's literally what my job is going to be about, but for like sales and stuff. Speaking of which, I don't just have a job lined up. I have a car. That's exciting. I have a whip. It's cool. It's a grayish green Camry. Uh, I look like I'm like 70, and then you see me and you hear me blasting Metallica as I drive like down the street. I have a great time in that car. It's great. I love it. I got jumper cables recently. I got so excited to get like jumper cables in the first aid kit. You won't believe how excited I was to get jumper cables for my car. I just like getting new things for my car. It's in the same way that like I get excited when I get to go to like the kitchen supplies area of like a Home Goods or whatever. I have the best hobbies, don't worry. Anyway, I never talked about the bedrooms. Oh, the bedrooms in this house. So I mentioned there was three bedrooms. I was thinking for two teenagers and their parents. Um, I didn't give them like huge amounts of personality because I assumed that like this is a house that's cheap enough. You'd be moving your Sims in, you'd be styling it to like your preferences. It's kind of like that jank. I'm playing in real time and earning money in real time kind of vibe, which is what I wanted to go for. So one of the bedrooms I went for like a lighter kind of pinkish aesthetic. I really was just inspired by that one bed because I love that bed. Um, and now that I think about it, it's Pride Month. I totally could have like found there is a Pride flag that would match that bed. I think it's for intersex. Um, but I wasn't thinking about it at the moment because I don't know. I forget where my brain was. It was not with me though, which to be fair is most times. And then the one I had on the third floor, I was thinking all I knew was that I wanted darker aesthetic, and I also wanted to focus on sports because I usually don't. I never really do like sports themed things because sports is like a passing side thought in my life. I played soccer for like less than one season. I got one match, and I didn't even finish that match. I did not play soccer, but yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna go sports because I know that sports is a big thing in this pack, and like football's a big thing, and like team sports and stuff. And so I did that, and I also did darker aesthetic, so it's like a sports and gaming kind of vibe. And then this one here is just for the parents. I wanted it to be like a nice, chill place. I went for like the white and green. I've been kind of like I don't know, I've been playing around with color a lot more, and not just in like bedrooms and stuff, but in general in living spaces. Because I think something about having like more vibrant walls just kind of gives me the vibe of like I guess that to me is like what makes a space feel more realistic is when like you're not super like made up and stuff and like the trendiest colors and like really neutral, but like you just kind of like have whatever you have. It's a vibe. It's like my kitchen's green. It's not like the cover of a magazine kind of green, but it's green. I like it. I chose it actually. My parents let me choose the green in the kitchen. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. And then also like one thing I'm thinking on now is I maybe could have added a door to that ladder for that teenager's room because I feel like that would get really loud really fast having your room be open to downstairs. Like my bedroom right now is right next to the landing, like right where the stairs are. And right next to that is the kitchen. People like to do dishes really late at night for some reason, so it does get loud in my room. Anyway, um, the little thing that's like showing my audio is in front of the little time thing, but I'm like 99% certain this video is coming to an end, so I'm gonna try and wrap up my final thoughts. In conclusion, I liked high school years a lot, and you will be seeing more of it because I have another build that's completely recorded and edited that uses high school years just a little bit. Um, I'm kind of excited for like the ranch pack. It looks fun. Shout out to all the horse girls. Um, I feel like I did achieve making this kind of inexpensive, which is woo, always fun. Um, I have had several massive life changes since the last time I recorded a video, so that's fun, and hopefully I'll be recording more videos soon once I get moved and once I have a space to myself. Anyway, video's ending. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.